Hi, Vencore Weather meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, October 28th. It'll be a warm day here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Temperatures will surge ahead of a cold frontal system. That warm-up, however, will be quite short-lived as cooler air moves in on Wednesday. It tends to get progressively cooler through the second half of the work week, right till the day Friday, Halloween day. Temperatures probably reaching the 50s in most locations on Friday afternoon. Then a major cold shot arrives in the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday. There will be a deep upper-level trough developing in the eastern part of the country by the early part of the weekend, and that should lead to the development of a coastal storm. Rain and even snow is possible in the big cities Friday night and Saturday, certainly in the higher elevation locations just to the north and west of I-95. Snow showers or perhaps even a period of snow is possible late Friday night and Saturday. Very cold and windy on Saturday for this time of the year. Temperatures way below normal. Highs in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, very likely to be confined to the 40s, along with a strong wind out of the north to northwest. And again, some precipitation is likely. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. We have southwesterly flow of air ahead of this cool frontal system, now pumping milder air into the Mid-Atlantic region. It's a chilly start here, but temperatures this afternoon should jump well up into the 70s in the I-95 corridor from D.C. to New York City, right in this region here, perhaps even flirting with the 80-degree mark around the D.C. metro region. This cool front will slowly work its way through early tomorrow. It can cause a shower or two later on tonight, anywhere up and down the I-95 corridor, perhaps a couple of showers during the day on Wednesday, primarily in the first half of the day, and then cooler air will start to be noticeable around here tomorrow night. And again, we get a little bit cooler on Thursday, then even cooler again on Friday, but that is nothing compared to the major cold shot that arrives on Saturday. Here's the latest nationwide look at the radar from the Mesonet.org website. A band of showers and perhaps an isolated thunderstorm or two associated with that cool frontal system. This tends to weaken as the whole frontal system moves to the east. Nonetheless, there can be a shower or two late tonight, and certainly a couple of showers are possible during the first half of Wednesday as this cool frontal system slides to the east coast. Does not at all look like a heavy rain event, but we will turn progressively cooler later tomorrow, especially Thursday into Friday, before a major cold shot arrives on Saturday. Well, let's take a look at last night's 0Z GFS model run. Focus in on the weekend situation because it's quite interesting. Potential for some snow, certainly in the higher elevation locations just to the north and west of I-95. But even into the big cities, snow is not out of the question. This is the current 500 millibar upper level map, about 18,000 feet or so. Notice a ridge right here in the northeastern part of the country, and again, southwesterly flow at all levels of the atmosphere will pump in milder air today. The warmest day of the week, no doubt about it, here on Tuesday, with high temperatures well up in the 70s. Big buckling about to occur, though. Here's a deep upper level low moving into the northern plains. Let's now take a look at the Saturday morning 500 millibar forecast map. And here it is, a major difference by Saturday morning, a deep upper level trough in the eastern part of the country. This will set off the development of a surface low pressure system somewhere around the Mid-Atlantic region, Mid-Atlantic coastline. Certainly some precipitation is likely in the form of rain and or snow. Snow is a good possibility in the higher elevation locations to the north and west of I-95. And again, even into the big cities, snow is a possibility with this situation. The cold air is definite. It will be way below normal on Saturday with strong winds out of the north to northwest. The snow is a possibility, but the cold air is a certainty, and it'll remain unseasonably cold on Sunday as well. It is not the beginning of winter by any means. It looks like it turns warmer again next week, but a very interesting situation developing for the weekend here in the northeastern part of the country. Well, let's take a look at the forecast maps for the surface from last night's 0Z Global Forecast System GFS model run. This is for Friday morning. We'll look at 12-hour increments through Saturday evening, again focusing in on the weekend event. Friday morning, Still on the cool side here in the Mid-Atlantic region, but the real cold air is yet to come. Friday, Halloween Day, will be cooler than normal. Temperatures generally in the 50s during the afternoon. Should be dry during the day into the early part of the evening. But then the cold air arrives later on Friday night. Let's check into the Friday evening forecast map. By Friday evening, a wider area of precipitation depicted here by last night's zero-Z GFS model run just on the doorstep of the I-95 corridor. Probably stays dry through trick-or-treat time early Friday evening. Then showers will develop as the cold air starts to push into the northeastern part of the country. At the same time, we just saw a moment ago the 500 millibar, the upper level trough, will be deepening, and that will play a crucial role in the weekend situation. Let's now jump ahead to the Saturday morning surface forecast map. Well, here it is Saturday morning. Now winds are starting to scream out of the north to northwest, and precipitation depicted here either in the form of rain or snow in the mid-Atlantic region. Certainly the higher elevations to the north and west, places like central Pennsylvania, eastern West Virginia, western Virginia can certainly see snow at this time, cold air pouring in, low pressure along the east coast. And by the way, other models tend to agree with the GFS here in a explosive situation. The European model, for example, perhaps even has a little bit more of a digging of that eastern trough, producing rain or snow in the Mid-Atlantic region late Friday night and Saturday. Let's now jump ahead another 12 hours. Now here's the forecast map for Saturday evening. By this time, the GFS pretty much clears out the precipitation. This may be a little bit fast compared to some of the other models. We'll see exactly how this progresses over the next couple of days. Cold air pours in continuously right through Saturday night, perhaps a freeze late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and then again late Sunday night, early Monday morning in the I-95 corridor. Again, a major cold shot for the weekend. That's definite, and some precipitation is likely with the possibility of snow in the higher elevations and perhaps even some snow into the big cities late Friday night or on the day Saturday. Stay tuned over the next few days. By the way, the Antares rocket launch last night at Wallops Island, Virginia, was postponed due to a boat in the nearby launch site region. That is rescheduled for early tonight. Clouds were not a problem last night. They could be a little bit more of an issue early tonight, but again, it's rescheduled at 6:22 p.m. this evening. Could be visible in D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City. But the big weather story is the major cold air outbreak coming this week, and with the possibility of some snow in the higher elevations and perhaps even into the big cities this week. And that's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.